Nice.
Okay, let's just get right into this video. You know, a lot of people are probably going to see the title and that's going to steer them far away from this video, but hey man, I don't care. I took a look at The Elder Scrolls Online the other day and made a video about that and thought, why not take a look at its ugly brother, Fallout 76. Honestly, there's not much to say about this game other than it was a complete dumpster fire at release, but to be honest, nowadays they fixed all the stuff that people complained about at the beginning, and really it's just any other online RPG game, to be honest. It's pretty much just like a slightly buggier version of Fallout 4, but I still thought might as well take a look at it. I decided to live stream a little bit of it. I recorded some on the side a couple weeks ago. Now, during the live stream, I was totally not in the right mind state to be live streaming. I mean, I only said it 6 times in the live stream, and I didn't notice until an hour in that the game was muted. So half the live stream wasn't even that good. It was just me and my voice and a little bit of music in the background, so that was fun. At least you could see the game. At least it wasn't just like the audio with the footage in the background. That would have been something else. I digress. In this video, I'm going to try to make it shorter than the Elder Scrolls Online video. I'm just going to be talking about, you know, some of the stuff I like, some of the stuff I don't like, what people didn't like when it came out, maybe why you don't even know about it. I know some people who just know the title, don't know anything about it. The biggest thing that people think about when they think about Fallout 76 is its release, and I am one of those people. I got it release week, and it was awful. I couldn't play. For the first 2 hours of trying to play, it was me getting kicked instantly or just not being able to get into a server. And then finally, I got into a world, played for like an hour. I think my game crashed, and it was a buggy mess. And I think I got the physical copy because that's when I didn't have a PC. I was playing on PS4. I took it right back to GameStop, sold it, got a different game, probably a way better game at the time. I didn't touch it since. And I remember hearing about a bunch of updates. One of my biggest things was there was no people. They expected the player base to be like the NPCs of the game, which was an awful decision in my opinion. They realized that and eventually added NPCs into the game, and there's just a lot of things I did not like. Going back to it now, I can admit a lot of that is fixed. It's still a little buggy, but what online game isn't, let's be honest here. My game doesn't crash. I think my game has crashed once, but to be honest, I hate when people complain about game crashing because maybe it's just me. Maybe I have a really unoptimized PC. I have games crash all the time. Not all the time, I guess, but if a game crashes one time out of the 2 weeks of me playing it, it's not that big of a deal to me. It happens. I would imagine my PC needs a restart. It's been on too long, or maybe I have too many things open. I like to watch TV while I play video games, so maybe it's that. Maybe I need to close the TV or something. Who knows? It wasn't that bad of an experience playing the game. And just to be clear, I did not get the game just to make a video on it. I did get it on my PC. I built it like 2 years ago now. I got it right when I built it to try it out after hearing about the updates. And, you know, there's a lot of games that I hated, absolutely just detested playing on the PS4. And then I got it on the PC, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's why. It's not meant to be played on console, it's meant to be played on PC. And even there's those games where playing it on my Steam Deck, it's still like, this is not what it's supposed to be. I've downloaded a bunch of games where I'm really excited, like, oh, Steam Deck, I'm finally going to play it on the Steam Deck, and then I delete it instantly because it does not feel right to me. There's games that feel like PC games and games that feel like console games where the controller, and I feel like a lot of people will understand what I'm saying. But I got back into the game. I had a nice little camp set up. I was in the middle of a couple missions that I just continued playing, and honestly, it felt like I was playing Fallout 4, like a modded version of Fallout 4 with a new location. To be honest, though, it wasn't like the best gaming experience of my life. I wasn't having the best time ever. I definitely would have enjoyed myself playing another game, but I wasn't bored wanting to rip my hair out. The one thing I do like about Fallout 76 is they, in my opinion, unlike ESO, they tried to keep it a lot more true to the Fallout that we have today. I mean, I wouldn't compare them to like New Vegas or Fallout 3 because those were so long ago. But to Fallout 4, they really kept it really similar. But then again, that's another thing that's like, it's almost like playing Fallout 4. They didn't change that much other than the map and a couple of weapons. I mean, all of the Fallout 4 weapons are still in the game. They just added in a couple. Why not change them? I don't know. That's another just nitpicky thing I have with it. And I think that's another thing that a lot of people have with it. But at the same time, with that, it's really easy to play the game. It's easy to get a hang of it. It's easy to jump into it and just go play. I love Fallout 4. It's one of my favorite games. So getting into Fallout 76, it's easy to overlook a lot of annoying things because it's like, I'm almost playing Fallout 4. So it's still fun to me. With ESO, not that ESO's bad, right? It's just really different. And I remember when I got ESO, when it released, I was expecting Skyrim Online, and it was not that. But with Fallout 76, they really advertised it as Fallout 4 Online, and that is pretty much what we got. So that was one thing that I do appreciate, and I can say I enjoyed. Another thing was the microtransactions. I mean, yes, there are microtransactions in the game, but there are not nearly as many as ESO. And sure, Fallout 76 isn't really trying to be an MMO as ESO is, so there's not as much to add into the game, but like, it's refreshing to go from one game that half of the game is locked up behind real world money to going to a game where it's like cosmetics and stuff for your camp to build is locked behind real world money. And I wouldn't even say it's locked, as there are actually plenty of ways to get the Atom points or whatever they're called, such as getting achievements. They have like I don't know what to call it, a map. They call it the scoreboard, but it's kind of like a battle pass almost. I don't know. It's their own thing. It's actually kind of unique. I'll give it to them. But you level up and you unlock stuff that is worth those Atom points. And I think you can also unlock Atom points through that. One thing with ESO, and I'm going to compare it to ESO because there's Skyrim and Fallout. It's like the two Bethesda games. So then what are those two online versions? So I'm going to keep those two in comparison. But you look at ESO and there's no way to get crown coins without buying them. So that was another refreshing thing, that it's not every single microtransaction is literally locked behind actually having to pay money. You can get around that. And of course, one thing that draws me into playing any game is base creation. And of course, following Fallout 4, they had to make a good base creation system, or at least a similar one. And it's different. It's similar, but it's pretty different in this game. I don't know if it's better or worse. It's just different. There is a blueprinting system where you can take everything and blueprint it so you can move your camps. But that's another cool feature, is the camp building. That's another thing that actually keeps me playing, is the base building, because I just love base building games. And you know, combat, really similar to Fallout 4. If you've seen videos on Fallout 4, if you've played Fallout 4, you've played a game very similar to Fallout 76. And honestly, I think that is another and the last thing I'll bring up that people didn't really like about this game, is the fact that it was sort of a lackluster game. They didn't bring in enough new stuff. They didn't change enough. They just kind of slapped a new map, slapped some depth of field, some hardcore depth of field effects, and made it online. And maybe that's what some people wanted and didn't enjoy the beginning launch that was really bad. Maybe that just pushed everyone away in the beginning and people couldn't get back into it. But I would say if you enjoy the Fallout series and you haven't touched Fallout 76 and you can get a good deal on it, it is worth the playthrough. I would say give it a try. Should you buy it at full price? No, not in my opinion. Should you spend the money on Fallout first? No, I don't think you should, but that is my opinion. And that's kind of everything this video funnels down to be, is my opinion on the game. I know a lot of people might agree, I know a lot of people might disagree, but in the long run, give it a try if you want, don't if you don't. If you enjoyed this short video, definitely go down and hit that like and subscribe button. If you like any of the music, or just like music in general, go check out BillyTheWhip on any music platform, or just go check out BillyTheWhip.com for some awesome music. Yeah, that's about it. Have a great day.